Folks, the hits just keep on coming. So I did a video, Artificial Intelligence is the Ghost in the Machine, Mark of the Beast. Okay? There's Beyonce dressed up in her same outfit of the 1927 movie Metropolis, which means mother. That's what Metropolis means. And that's who they love, the Queen of Heaven, Queen of the Universe, Mother Nature, the Mother Goddess. So you got this video that I did, Artificial Intelligence is the Ghost in the Machine. Well, my new friend, who I've met through my YouTube channel, he said, he's from Japan, and we're now Facebook friends, and he said that he mirrored mine to make his own video. I said, no problem. Well, I started watching his own video to see where it was the same, see where it differed. He had in there where Jewish people are sitting there telling you that their Jewish Messiah will be artificial intelligence and will be a serpent. Now you know what this new technology is for, like I've been telling you. I mean, forget everything else. This is... Now, Trump's on the temple coin with King Cyrus, and she's going to talk about their new King Cyrus. Well, there he is, their new King Cyrus. When I tell you he's the Antichrist, see the lion? See the wings of an eagle? The lion, the wings of an eagle? See that? The lion, the wings of an eagle? Okay. Now watch this. Daniel 7, talking about the little horn of Daniel 7. Because I've already shown you how this is Donald Trump from A to Z. The first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings. The first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings. What did you see on the temple coin? A lion and an eagle. Trump's the little horn. Folks, Daniel 7, same chapter, 721 through 725, talking about the little horn of Daniel 7 and how he'll wear out the saints. Trump Tower has 5 multiple addresses, 721 through 725, to match it. And Jesus said, I come in my Father's name, and ye believe me not, but if one comes in his own name, him you will believe. He's here in his own name. A horn, the little horn, a horn is a trump, and a trump is a horn. A horn is a trumpet. Trump is short for trumpet. It's right in your face. And nobody can see it. Nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Everybody's just good with it. Heck, I got people I know well. And they're like, yeah, it's starting to sort of get kind of clear. Really? How come you're not screaming that it's clear and sharing every one of my videos? Because the Lord hadn't convicted your heart, that's why. So that ought to scare the daylights out of you. So anyway, I digress officially. I want you to hear them tell this story.
Did the king's business.
All right, we're finishing up with his video.
At the vision,
I mean, a section of his video.
none understood it.
There is a
Here we go.
Jewish author, Rabbi Joel Bakst, and he's
Yes, okay,
yes,
get it wrong.
and he's author of a 2-volume book. It's called Josephic Messiah, Sacred Serpent, and I think it has like 3 names. But there was, they are sourcing it from 200-year-old book called Kol Hator, The Voice of the Turtle Dove. And in that particular book, the Rabbi Gaon de Vilna have discovered the code, or expressed, or he was able to get the revelation, as they say, of the mystery of Kabbalah. And they have predicted in that book, they said that at the end times, in the messianic times, the figure like Cyrus shall appear.
Like Cyrus.
Again. So all of these Cyrus prophecies.
Like Cyrus. And we just showed you Trump's on the temple coin with King Cyrus. You with me so far, right? Okay. Don't get caught slipping, folks. Don't get caught slipping.
That was like over 200 years ago?
Yes, it was all over 200 years
There would
ago.
be a Cyrus figure appear.
Right.
And what would this Cyrus do?
Well, in a Jewish mind, they have not only one Messiah, like we know Christians, we have Jesus Christ as one and the only Messiah. They have two Messiahs. One is a Messiah ben Joseph, and one is Messiah ben David.
They have two?
They have two Messiahs.
One's
Now,
not good enough?
well, this is the way they explain it. The Messiah ben Joseph can be anybody, whether Jew or a Gentile. It can be an Edomite, according to them, a Gentile. But that Gentile has to do good for Israel and move Israel towards its final redemption, tikkun olam.
Okay, so several weeks ago when before the impeachment trial and the Lev Parnas recording came out that was recorded on his partner's phone. Donald Trump was there, and they were telling him, your name is in gematria.
Yes.
You're like the Messiah.
Right, correct.
So
No, his name in gematria is 666, which I proved to you on another video. Clearly, Don Drumpf, D-R-U-M-P-F, Don, D-O-N, Drumpf, D-R-U-M-P-F, comes to 666 in gematria. The number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 6. You're like, well, his name's Trump, not Drumpf. No. Before the family changed their name to Trump, it was Drumpf. And his Trump name also fulfills a prophecy because he has come in his own name. Jesus said, I come in my Father's name, you receive me not, but if one comes in his own name, him you will receive. A trump is a horn is a trump. A horn is a trumpet is a trump. And vice versa. So everything points to Donald Trump. Not just a few things. Every single thing points to Donald Trump. A mouth speaking great things, this little horn does. The little horn is the Antichrist, by the way. The little horn of Daniel 7 is the Antichrist. Because he says he wears out the saints, which is the exact same thing you get out of Revelation 13, where you got the 666 Bible verse is in Revelation 13, talking about the Antichrist. A mouth speaking great things. Guess what? Daniel 7:8, 7:11, and 7:20. It says he is speaking great things. What does Trump talk about? Make America great again. He is always speaking in enormous manners. Always speaking in great things. Folks, he fulfills everything. If he's not the Antichrist, I'll eat my hat, I'll eat your hat.
he's the Gentile Messiah?
Yes, according to Jewish doctrine, Messiah ben Joseph can be either a Jew or a Gentile who helps Israel in the redemption process, who is doing anything, all the good things for Israel, so Israel can come to a place where they rule the world.
Well, you have
Okay,
two different
so-
points in that. You have the Mashiach ben Yosef and Mashiach ben David. And one brings about Israel through redemption, but the other brings it about through war. And some are believing that that Trump could be possibly the David Messiah, and that Netanyahu could be the Yosef, which brings about the war, or vice versa. I forget now which one is which, but this is and there's all kinds of beliefs out there like this.
Well, they consider him Ben Yosef Messiah for one reason. He has moved embassy to Jerusalem. Of course, there is a plan that all nations will move their embassies to Jerusalem. And then also he gave them Golan, and he's supporting their occupation of the, I don't see the heart. I don't know if he's willingly part of that or if they are really putting this into his head. So I don't know what the truth is.
We know that they're saying it to him. We got recordings of them saying, "You're the Messiah."
Right.
You're in gematria.
Now, in Judaism, Ben Yosef can be several people. Every generation had Messiah Ben Yosef, according to Jews. So when they speak of Messiah, you have to be really careful to understand what they mean. Because, of course, then they have the Messiah, the final Messiah, the Ben David Messiah, and that one will
So there's three?
that one will be a sacred serpent.
He'll be a what?
Sacred serpent.
A sacred serpent.
Serpent.
Yes. Uroboros.
A snake?
A snake.
Yes.
They're expecting a snake Messiah?
Well, Rabbi Laitman,
The serpent eating its tail, they just said. And you remember when I did my artificial intelligence video that I just showed you? The guy comes on the second time, and he's working for a company called Kindred. Think about Kindred Spirits, and it's got the snake eating its tail on his T-shirt. Folks, checkmate. Case closed. Game over.
who is a prominent Jewish philosopher, he's one, of course, is taught by the Rabbi of Golan that Yana was talking about already. But Rabbi Laitman really promotes the idea very openly that in the Garden of Eden was actually the helper of mankind. And of course, he writes about the sacred serpent, or the holy serpent, he's even called, which they believe will be the last Messiah that brings about redemption. And so, I mean, I always think about how Jesus says in Matthew, that you're of your father the devil, or he says you're a generation of vipers. He's already telling you, but yet when we see this, then we see that they're looking for a serpent Messiah. I mean, it's just strange the way they think.
According to the book by Joel Baxt, Josephic Messiah, Metatron, and Sacred Serpent, that's the name of the book. In the second volume, he's describing the serpent that was in the Garden of Eden, and he's describing him as androgynous AI. And
Androgynous
this is basically who
AI.
the final Messiah is. They're bringing down their sacred serpent.
He's a transvestite?
Androgynous
Or he's...
book. In the second volume,
Listen to
he's
this.
describing the serpent that was in the Garden of Eden, and he's describing him as androgynous AI. And this is basically who their final Messiah is. They're bringing down their sacred serpent.
He's a transvestite?
Androgynous,
Or he's...
male, female in one body, and AI, because Kabbalah is closely connected with technology. And in their books and writings, they're actually admitting they're going to bring their final Messiah through technology.
They're saying this stuff.
They're saying it.
Folks, Trump, technology, Kabbalah. Right here in the Trump book, Trump, the way to the top. One day my Kabbalah teacher, Etienne Yardeni, asked how I was doing. I told him I needed a break. I was thoroughly exhausted, overwhelmed, and overworked. I had some QAnon Trump lover go, well, he's repented. He's different now. I tell you what, folks, if you've been handed over to deception, then you've just been handed over to it. Ain't nothing I can do for you. That's the will of the Lord for you.
I didn't say it, but I had no
It's in their
evidence of their writings. I'm just in my spirit believing that's where they're going with this. But you're saying that in their writings?
Yes.
They're saying that this snake Messiah is going to come through technology?
Technology.
Yes.
Yeah, it says technology is connected to Kabbalah so closely that basically Kabbalah is technology. It's occultic. And they're specifically talking about
Androgynous,
the sacred serpent
man
that
and
was
woman.
in the Garden of Eden. They're describing him in this particular book, and he was androgynous AI. And this is their Messiah.
His name's Lucifer.
Connected to Kabbalah so closely that basically Kabbalah is technology. It's occultic. And they're specifically talking about the sacred serpent that was in the Garden of Eden. They're describing him in this particular book, and he was androgynous AI. And this is their Messiah.
His name's Lucifer.
Yes. And so I read.
Folks, Checkmate. Case closed. Get out of the Donald Trump world. Quit watching Fox News. If you just listen to that, and you claim Jesus as your Lord and your Savior, and you're going to keep watching Fox News for your news and your beliefs, and you're going to keep believing in Donald Trump, then unfriend me, block me, don't ever speak to me again. We're not friends anymore. I don't like you, if that's how you feel. And I'm telling you, that's the way I feel. So, we're done. Case closed. If you're buds with the Antichrist, you go on about that business, but you leave me out of your business. I'll leave you out of my business. Capiche? Thank you. That's a request. Thank you. God bless.